You're listening to the Evil Metal Gamers podcast.
All right, and
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
what's up, guys?
We are the Evil Metal Gamers.
And we are live right now. We're going to be talking about some games. And we also have our third host all the way from LA, Dylan. Dylan, go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell
Hey
us about
guys.
yourself.
Well, I've been here for a while now. I used to work with you guys. We're good friends. I'm a big fan of you
Everybody
guys.
knows where we work. You can say it.
Been listening since day one.
You guys are going to love Dylan.
So, video game news, video game everything.
Yes.
As far as I'm concerned, we still need to see the Xbox One launch, but Xbox is way, just forget about it. Stick with PC. We are going into the big top two, Sony and Nintendo. For years, I've been dogging Nintendo. Nintendo is coming over to me with Doom.
And this is big news. If Frank is saying he's going to Nintendo, trust me.
With Doom, with Skyrim, No More Heroes 3. We have a bunch of stuff, but because
There's a lot.
There's
They're destroying it, bro. Rockstar. They got Rockstar into Nintendo Switch.
That's
Come
it.
on. That's it. What do you think, Dylan?
They have been having a good year so far. I mean, with the last Nintendo Direct this Wednesday, and then I'm just surprised Bethesda is like all in on Nintendo.
It's like a dream come true, bro. Because all those type of games, so you can take it on the road and stuff. Like Skyrim. Wait till they do Fallout. If they do Fallout,
I don't think they'll be able to do Fallout because that's this gen. It wasn't last gen. Skyrim's last gen. I think a lot. I mean, look, they're
okay. What about Doom? Doom is this gen.
That's I
Isn't
want
that
to see it.
Bethesda also? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming it's gonna. Go ahead, Dylan.
I think it's gonna look way worse than regular PlayStation 4 PC console. So I'm a bit worried there. They already announced that the multiplayer is not gonna be in it.
So,
I mean-
did you play the multiplayer in Doom?
No.
So then, what the fuck does it matter? Nobody wants to play multiplayer in Doom.
I know. But I'm saying is like they have like all the Bethesda stuff is very CPU intensive.
Okay, well, this is my point with this, the graphics and stuff like that, and we all love the PS3, we all love the Xbox. Well, we didn't all love it. Dylan loved it, the Xbox 360, but we didn't complain about the graphics and stuff like that. So to see those type of graphics in a small screen, I mean, it's more advanced than I don't care what you say. It's more advanced than any PS with the PS Vita. It's more advanced than Nintendo DS. This is an actual mini PS3 in your hands, and it's Nintendo. So I'm excited. Even Assassin's Creed, even if they get the graphics of whatever, Assassin's Creed 3, Assassin's Creed Black Flag, those graphics were still good.
Oh yeah.
And nobody is going to. Okay, maybe if you put it on a 1080p TV big screen, you're gonna tell the difference, especially if you're playing PlayStation 4. But when you're holding it on your hands, nobody's gonna give two fucks what it looks like in a small screen.
I agree.
And 720, just because it runs at 720, they could actually be able to put way better graphics in there, because I mean the resolution alone, since it's less, they could put more. They could push the cartridges, and if they did something where they can combine the power of, let's say they I know this would suck, but if they could restrict the game to be on a micro SD card, which I think they're gonna start doing that.
Well, that's one of the topics I want to talk about. But continue.
But
with
if
your
they
thought.
do it where it could run, you get what I'm saying, Dylan? Like a PC, if it could run part, I'm thinking PC, like graphics card and the card You know what I'm saying? With the processor of the system, to use it half on the processor and then run the other half from the cartridge, they could pull off some awesome shit. And it's 720 resolution. They could do it. I mean, Legend of Zelda is a gigantic game. Gigantic. And it runs...
I mean, it just feels like Zelda especially feels like it's about to like make the system burn up, set on fire.
It does, yes. But I mean, if they play with it, they could do it. They could do some amazing... I think that they could do Doom. I don't know. They didn't show much about Doom, but... Well, we're going to get back to that. Go ahead, Dylan.
It looked a little associated, that the Doom, from like the quick clip they showed in the direct.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering if they're gonna stylize it.
Maybe. I mean, I wouldn't mind. Tell you the truth. I mean, I'm not expecting anybody who gets this for the... I mean, how do I put it? If the game comes out for all three systems, yeah, maybe people aren't gonna buy it for the Nintendo Switch. But if it's a game that you want to play on the road, if it's something that really catches your eye, it wouldn't be bad to have both. I mean, if you have money.
No, but it also goes back. I mean, I bought Skyrim twice.
Yeah,
I have Skyrim for the PS3. I have it for the PS4. Kathy wants to get a Switch because of the Nintendo. She loves Mario Party. She loves Mario Party. She loves Mario Kart. She loves those types of games. And when I showed her the Switch and I showed her what you could do with the amiibos and everything along those lines, she goes, "When am I getting this?" Like, she wants one. That gives me a reason to get it. That gives me a reason to get this system. If anything, it gives me a reason to play this system. I mean, this goes 2 podcasts already. There's no reason to beat the dead horse, but the fact that they got me interested, that's yes, saying a lot. And think about it now, with Xbox launching their Xbox One, the only thing they have is Taco Bell trying to sell me an Xbox One 8 days before the release, and that's it. They have nothing to offer. And this was my argument from the beginning with Xbox. What do you have to offer me? What are you showing me? Because Sony did it. They did it for the past 2 E3s. Yes. Nintendo doing it. So, and listen to the tenses. Sony has done it. Nintendo is doing it. And Xbox is just sitting there. What do you think, though?
And that was the complete opposite, like, last generation. It was like Microsoft was just getting deals left and right. They were pushing their first-party IPs. Now Nintendo's just completely, like, just taking the year, I think.
Yeah. They're well, I mean, going back to the Xbox, I feel like there's still some some fans that just don't want to let go. We don't know. It's not fair. I understand. We don't know what they're going to do. We don't know if it's going to be amazing. But you're starting off at a really bad path, especially since how many systems do they have now? 4?
Something like that, yeah.
4 gigantic one, mini gigantic one, and then Xbox S, right, Dylan?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, no, there's the Xbox One X, and then there's the Xbox Scorpio. There is a Scorpio edition.
Yeah, for the for the diehard.
There's original Xbox One, Xbox S, and now with the Xbox One X, and then
that's the one.
Scorpio edition.
No, how do you have so many Xboxes? You're confusing your customers.
Yeah, I mean,
it feels a little, I don't know, like they're just trying to reach whatever they can.
The one thing that they have to offer, the only thing they have to offer is the what do you call it, the Ultra HD Blu-ray player. That's it. That's it.
But with that,
if you're gonna spend that amount though, on
but Sony said it. Sony's like, everybody's streaming videos. Nobody's buying DVDs. Everybody's streaming.
Yes.
And I remember we got into the argument when I first, because my girlfriend bought me a Pro for my birthday, and you're like, you're not streaming 4K, and I sent you a photograph of what my Netflix looks like. I'm like, dude, I'm streaming 4K.
You pay the extra amount to get it. What is it? I mean,
It streams. It's automatically in there. All their shows, like 13 Reasons.
automatically, don't you have to pay an extra subscription? Are you sure?
Because after we
Because
watched 13 Reasons Why, we watched she was watching something like One Tree Hill or some chick show, and she goes, "What's wrong with the picture?" And I'm like, "It's no longer in 4K." And she's like, "Wow." She noticed it.
But there is an extra one. I know there is.
If there's an extra one, then I don't know.
It's another $5, and you get like HDR and all the kinds of shit.
I just know there's a special 4K section.
I did
That because I have both. I have a 4 and I have a Pro, and my 4 doesn't have that HD section. It doesn't have that 4K section.
I bought Guardians of the Galaxy 2 on UHD only because they had a special where they were selling it for like $15 if you own the first one on UHD. $15. So I bought it.
Yeah.
My TV's not UHD, but the way Voodoo works is if your TV is not, then it'll go to whatever's the next one.
Yeah.
So I still run it at 1080p. But I went to my girlfriend's aunt's house. She has a 4K, and wow, the difference, the
colors.
I can't even express how amazing that looks. But wait a minute, we ran out of we got off track here. Yes, it is bad. People are streaming. Dylan, are you okay there? Are you in the bathroom?
I'm here. No.
That's all they had to offer, though. I'm just saying, for the people who like to buy the discs, if you're going to buy already a $300 Sony Blu-ray player, why not buy an Xbox, right? Dylan, you agree?
I agree. I mean, I'm hoping, because I do buy discs still.
Yeah.
Mostly Blu-rays right now, but if like the next PlayStation has 4K, I'm probably gonna get a couple 4K DVDs. I already own one, which is the Warcraft movie.
That's it. The one movie nobody watched.
Yeah, pretty much.
In China, except.
I want to hang myself. The fact that you purchased that film.
You actually bought that?
I got it for cheap. The only reason I got it was like $10.
They would have to give me money. They would have to give me money to get that.
It wasn't terrible. But that's besides the point. Like, I would go 4K if.
Sorry guys, I gotta let the dogs in.
So professional here.
Oh, whatever.
An Evil Metal Gamer
We'll
podcast.
edit it out. This is live. You could shit yourself right now. Dylan could die. And I wouldn't edit that. I'd leave it.
So that's what they have to offer. Anything else? I mean, do you know of anything else that they have to offer?
No.
Because I don't.
Does it even come with the Xbox? What do you call it, Dylan? That fucking controller. Does it even come with that?
Oh,
Connect?
Remember?
No, the Xbox controller. Connect. No, the controller. That fucking $150 controller.
Which one? The one you can customize?
It doesn't come with that?
Bro,
where you can customize your buttons?
Bro,
$150 that thing costs.
So you're telling me I'm paying $600 for a system and you're not giving me the Xbox
No,
Pro controller?
you're paying for the 4K.
That's fucking
stupid. 4K player.
Are you kidding me? If they give that controller, Frank, you laugh about it, but the controller is. Have you played with it, Dylan?
I heard about it.
It's amazing. It is amazing. I'm waiting for Sony to do the same thing, but it is amazing.
I heard there's a Sony version. A third-party company does it though.
Isn't it Razer? I heard it was Razer.
I think it was Razer.
Yeah, but I don't know. If you're not gonna offer me that, if they offered that, you could justify the $600. Okay, we're giving you a $150 controller. We're giving you a Blu-ray player, right? That's $300 right there. So you're actually paying for the system is $300. Right?
Yeah, but it also has like steam cooling and all this fancy
6 teraflops.
Steam cooling? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, it's like, from what I understand, the technology is pretty up there. It's like breakthrough shit.
You
What,
break through
the
your
shit?
window.
What, in what way?
Because I toss it out the fucking window. That's about the only thing that thing's breaking through.
Listen,
Jesus Christ.
they don't have anything to
like
change.
Hold on a second. The more you guys are talking about this system, the more I'm just. If you can't see in my face that I'm physically getting angry, they are just.
But you love Xbox, right?
He's always loved it.
I don't get it. Like, this is one of those things where I don't get it.
Did you see the picture I got of him playing on a PC with an Xbox controller? It's like pure blasphemy for Frank. Don't fucking die, officer.
Oh shit.
So,
Anyway, talking about Nintendo one more time. I just want to say,
Yeah,
a lot of people say
them.
Nintendo's garbage, or what's the point? I'm not gonna play in a handheld. We live in Florida, and the hurricane hit, and we all lost power. And when some idiot in Hialeah was playing Monopoly with his family, my daughter was able to play Splatoon. Maybe not online, but she was able to play Splatoon. We were able to play, Nintendo games like the 1, 2, 3 Switch and stuff like that on a controller. Fucking, with the whole family playing Mario Kart. Everybody with no power would play with Mario Kart.
Yeah.
It is something that's changed the game when you're actually playing an actual console on your hands. You
Yeah,
agree?
it feels like they're pulling some voodoo.
I know.
on
I
that
don't know how
system.
they do it. I don't know how that little shit.
It's
fucking
just
runs
it
so
feels
well.
magical when you're playing Zelda or Mario vs. Rabbids or Mario Kart or whatever.
Which we'll get to that.
So before we get into this,
Yeah.
I sent you the screenshot on 2K that now the bigger games are going to require you to have the SD card. I did send you that.
Yes, you
It
did.
says it on the box, required.
But it's just
And-
because it doesn't have enough
No,
RAM.
but that's cool. But it goes back to what you were talking about. In I don't know his name. The guy who's on the guy who created Nintendo.
Miyamoto.
Yeah.
Is that it, Dylan? You're in love with him.
Yes.
What's his name?
Miyamoto, you got it right.
But I feel like he looks at it and he sees what PC is, and that's where he's going. He's going to say, hey, PC guys can swap shit out. They can put shit in to make it more powerful. Why not try it?
What's inside? It's an NVIDIA, right?
I have no
Yeah.
idea. Don't.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Listen
you
to this,
guys
guys.
talk.
Listen to this. Dylan, you listening?
I'm listening.
If NVIDIA somehow managed to make a deal with Nintendo and they could do, is it Shadowplay? No, not Shadowplay. What is it? Well, Shadowplay would be amazing. If they could put Shadowplay in there and you can stream your games without having to buy a card and you can stream it straight, that would be fucking amazing. But not only that, if they, what do you call the mini NVIDIA player?
The CPU.
You know, the little
NVIDIA?
one that you can stream your games from your computer.
Oh, the Shield. NVIDIA
The Shield. If they could manage to put the Shield technology into the fucking Switch, Dylan, do you see what I'm getting here? You could
Yeah.
stream your fucking games from your PC onto your Nintendo Switch.
That'd be dope. But I don't think
What do you mean?
think it's gonna happen.
I don't think it's gonna happen, but they could. NVIDIA has the technology. We don't know what they put in there. They sacrifice goats and stuff. They fucking,
I mean, Nintendo's having a hard time with freaking the party chat. So
Okay. This is a comment that was going to come up later, but I mean, while we're at it, in Nintendo, everybody criticized why they did that, the chat, right? What is the biggest problem right now with Overwatch?
I guess
What is
the
it?
toxic chat.
Toxic.
Dude, everybody's
Okay,
talking.
and that
Everybody's talking about that.
is a PG-13 game, if I'm not mistaken, right?
For
It's not
animated
it's,
violence.
it's not an
Yeah.
M-rated.
Right.
Do you think Nintendo was stupid? They knew Splatoon is a kid's game. It's a kid's game.
Your daughter is addicted to it like
She's
crack.
addicted to it. Do you think I want my daughter to listen to some idiot who's gonna mention rape and all kinds of stupid thing on a Splatoon game?
Well, that's where you have parental controls.
No, you don't. No.
You can't.
Wait,
You can't
stop.
do it in Overwatch.
Because I talk shit, and I'm gonna say some shit when I'm playing a game. There's nothing controlling what comes out of my mouth into this microphone into his daughter's ears. There ain't shit stopping that.
It's true.
Well,
So
that's where you.
He's in his house. Why would he care?
So when I say I'm gonna tear your head off and skull fuck your eyes,
In a kid.
but this is what we're talking about. We are having a mature conversation about something that's real, man.
Yeah. So if,
I mean-
people say that they're having a hard time putting the voice chat, but maybe they just didn't want to. They're mostly. We talked about this last week or 2 weeks ago because of the hurricane. That Nintendo is mostly for kids. They don't want.
But no, this is where this just came to my mind. Imagine the solicitation
Exactly.
of some kind of rant. And I know this is maybe off the wall, but it wouldn't be that hard to find out a little girl's information because
That's
hey,
fucking nuts.
we're friends on Splatoon and da 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 da.
Exactly.
And it
No,
takes. I mean,
I agree.
A little kid can trust really quickly, and if
More than a teenager.
and if I'm talking to, I'm not saying that I do, but if I was like a rapist or something along those lines, there's nothing stopping me from getting on the console. There's nothing from stopping me playing a game.
I love that he has to claim that he's not a rapist before he talks about not being a rapist.
Hey, you know what? It is what it is. But I mean, with what people are saying nowadays, it's just that's scary, man. And to think that, I mean, I have you, I have George and his two
and
kids,
they all played the
and
Splatoon.
then I have my godson and his little sister, and they're all playing these games, and you go and you have a Mario Kart and you talk up a kid. It doesn't take long for a kid to say, "Oh, I live in South Carolina. I live in Charleston. I go to this school."
Near what exactly? The school? Then before you know it, they know where they live.
But look, this is an easy solution. Parental
What?
controls, disable voice chat. That's it.
They don't have that for Overwatch.
Well, Overwatch is PC. I mean,
What? It doesn't have it for the PS4 either.
it's something you can add in there.
Dylan,
Dylan,
I understand where you're coming from as a gamer, and that's where I'm like, yeah, I'm an adult, but I'm also looking at it. Look at it because you're a married man, but you don't have kids. Imagine if you had a kid, because all my friends' kids are gamers. That's it. And if and when I ever have a kid, my kid's gonna be a gamer. That changes the entire aspect. And if you're playing Call of Duty, you're playing Grand Theft Auto, and you're 7 years old, you're a bad fucking parent. I don't care. You're watching this shit right now. I'm telling you, right to your fucking face. Your kid's playing that, you're a bad parent.
Remember Blockbuster when the kids lied?
Yeah, no. But if you have a kid playing Mario Kart,
Exactly.
that's where my argument goes. Do you see where the difference is, Dylan?
Yeah. No, I get it, and I'm all for it. I don't really care about voice chat because I barely use it, only when I get on with friends.
Mm-hmm.
But I just feel like technically there should be an easy way to just control that with parental controls on their system.
I don't know. I feel like the Japanese really do care about the kids more than over here.
But they also know that that's where their money is.
Yeah, true.
It's true.
Did you see how you have to do voice chat for Splatoon? Have you seen it, Dylan? You have to tie your phone.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's so fucking ghetto.
That's nobody's
You take the
doing
fucking
that.
phone and you you might as well just put tape around. I'm not kidding. This is exactly how it is. You tape the phone to your fucking. It's so stupid. And then you
uses
connect the
splitter.
cable to your phone
Yeah.
and to the. I'm not kidding. This is how you do it.
So, what was I had it, and then I lost it. God damn
What?
it. We were no, but with the Overwatch,
Yeah.
the big problem is, and the toxicity of it is the idea that we're having to ban players. We can't make new content.
Yeah. It's Listen, this is my opinion. I play Overwatch. I paid $60 for the fucking game, and I'll play however the fuck I want. And that's the main problem with the people who are being toxic over there. They want other players to play their way, and then they get mad. And that's ridiculous. You don't need to tell me who I have to play. I play whoever I want. That's it. I don't care if it's competitive. I don't care if it affects your game. I play whoever I want, and this is the problem. The toxic people are not the ones who are... Well, I mean, the majority is the ones who want you to play their way, okay? It's not the guy who shoots you and then he says, I raped you or whatever. It's the guy who gets mad because you won't change your character. It is so stupid.
Oh, I mean, I've had it happen to me in Titanfall.
So you don't...
Well, because their new mode, they have a mode.
Mm-hmm.
I've come to realize that I have to adjust my playstyle based off of what everybody else picks. Because if everybody else picks tanks, there are NPCs that will pop up on the outskirts, and if everybody's in a tank, you're not getting those characters on the outside. So you have to adjust the play. It just, but I understand it. But I've had guys who've gotten mad that I've done something, like I took their kill, so they'll stand in front of me. You took my one kill.
That's so stupid. I swear.
And I'm standing. I'm like, all right, dude. Well, while you're standing there, I'm shooting around you to get more kills, but you're gonna cry about it.
This is why I like PUBG. Everyone for themselves. Fuck the world. You go out there and try to survive by yourself. Nobody's there to help you, hold your hand. That's how it should be. Plain and simple.
There's where Xbox is gonna get everybody. They're getting a pug.
They're gonna get
What? But Sony's already working a deal, so it's
I don't
gonna.
know.
No, I've heard there are.
Who has more money? Microsoft has more money than Sony. Sony is struggling with money. The only thing that has Sony afloat is PlayStation. They don't have more money than Microsoft.
No, but once again, you're talking about a market. What
if they want to buy Blue? What is it, Dylan? Blue? Fuck.
Blu-rays?
No, the company that makes PUBG,
Blue Hole.
Blue Hole. They can buy it.
Who? Microsoft?
Everybody can be bought. Everybody.
Yeah, but I mean, it's one of those things where if you're bought, just because you're bought, that doesn't mean you make good games. That like we've seen it now. We've seen it now with Call of Duty. Hell, the guy who was in charge of BioShock, he left because all these corporate suits came in, and he's like, I want to work for a smaller company, and that's.
Yeah.
Is that why he left? I thought it was because the company went under.
No.
No.
They wanted to make like 6 more BioShocks, and he goes, this game's kind of over, guys. I want to make other stuff. And that's why he left. He's like, I don't want to deal with their nonsense.
What is he doing now? McDonald's. You see?
No, he's working on a new studio. Just because, you see, that's the bad gamer attitude, where you're expecting the churn and burn and give me a new Call of Duty, give me a new Assassin's Creed, give it to me, rather than having a guy make a good game and enjoy a good game.
And yes, but I mean, don't do anything drastic. I understand you don't want to do 6 BioShocks, but I mean,
hey, dude's working, and
yeah, he's doing indie stuff, smaller games.
Yeah, and he's
loving. He still would take 2 though.
And ready? Are you ready? Look, we're going back to our first podcast along those lines.
That was.
Are you ready? Are you
3 weeks ago, not 10 years.
Are you ready? Are you ready for numbers?
Uh-huh.
August 2017, top 10 games sold across all platforms. Grand Theft Auto 5, number 2. The only game that beat it out was Madden. On Xbox for August, it was number 2. For PlayStation in August, it was number 3. And then we go, top selling games of 2017. It's number 3 after Ghost Recon and Zelda.
Okay.
And then top 10 selling games over the past 12 months. It is number 4 after
Because they're adding new content.
But
yes.
it goes back to, I mean, I will rather have a guy or I would rather have a company that makes me a quality game than the churn and burn. It's it's if that isn't proof enough, I don't know what is. I don't.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
true. I also like the game, the companies that take care of their product and they work on it, like we talked about before, where they're keeping the things alive. And
Yeah, I'm really proud of Ubisoft for taking the year off with
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed.
yeah, no, they did. That's a good move. I mean, I'm not impressed with whatever's coming out of there, but played Warframe for the first time. Did you know that's number 7 above Grand Theft Auto?
On PC,
Yeah, of course, let's be honest, it's probably high because it's free. But then, have you played it?
I haven't.
It's
cool.
it's like better than Destiny. It's like Destiny, but 100 times better. It is. It's the same concept.
No, but it's
loot and
it's loot. But I mean, I had a tough time when you first started off. Did you have a tough time picking your starting weapons?
yes.
Because I didn't know what I wanted to do. Because it's a game that gives me everything that I kind of want. And my character, it just off of base mode, when you create your character, you have the ability to use guns or just like martial arts weapons. And my dude is straight martial arts. I have a bow staff. I have my little kuni.
Oh yeah.
And I have the bow and arrow.
I got the bow and arrow.
And when I saw all the other weapons that you can have, it's got dual wielding. It's got big assault rifles. It has something for everybody.
Dylan, download it. It's free. Don't be cheap.
And from there, everything that I've read about it,
You know how many people are in the team, right? 120 people.
it's
That's it.
super cool. And you can customize everything. Like
thousands of moves.
they're
like
adding
okay, so like you see my headphones, right? You see how it's white, red, and white? You can change. You just pick a color, man. Pick a
Whatever
color in
you
the
want.
rainbow,
Yep.
and you can change it. And from your character to the weapons to it's so cool. Like I love it. I love it. But I haven't played it because it's all online, and this goes back to where the online only stuff hurts. The hurricane hit us on Sunday, and I'm very lucky and fortunate that nothing happened to my house, and that I have working power. But I still don't have internet, so I can't even play it. I downloaded it right before the hurricane came. I played it for an hour and a half, and then I lost it. Like I can't play it.
It's very good, Dylan.
It's really cool. Check it out. It's worth checking out.
Check it out.
Yeah,
Okay,
it looks more interesting than Destiny, that's for sure.
And it's not the. You know what I also like? It's different. I mean, none of the characters look like anything you've ever seen. I mean,
No,
they were on some
Yeah.
fucking acid trip when they did this game because
it's clearly it's
different.
and their levels are they're not.
It's
There's an algorithm. They just create levels. Like the level design is. They basically took a bunch of Lego pieces, says this looks like this looks like this, and they can connect and intertwine in any way, shape, or form. But every level is different.
Some guy. I was reading. I saw it on YouTube. Some guy was. I think he was at 150 hours, and he's had like 20% of the game. Oh my god, it's incredible. So Dylan, what have you been playing? You got Mario Rabbids?
I have been playing Mario and Rabbids.
And tell me.
It's really good. Like the main reason I got this because I love Mario, but also the XCOM factor in it. And
Yes. And I never played
and-
XCOM, but
How have you never played XCOM?
it's rough.
XCOM's fun, man. You can play XCOM, pick it up, put it down.
I'm sure it's the same concept, right?
Oh yeah.
I played XCOM and like 5 hours in I stopped. 'Cause
Really?
It got really frustrating for me. Like the whole aiming mechanic, you have like 96%, you're right next to an enemy, and you shoot and you miss. Made me so angry.
Well,
And
don't you do that in Mario Rabbids? You shoot and you miss.
no. So Mario,
If they're hiding.
if they're visible, if they're hiding, you get a 50-50 chance of hitting or missing. And if they're not behind cover, you get 100%.
You see, no, but that's what made XCOM good. Is it wasn't 100%.
They're thinking about the kids.
Yeah, I mean,
You
difficulty.
know, Dylan. They're thinking about Dylan.
But the game still gets hard though, even with
it does.
With that thing. I mean, there's a lot of strategies, and
how'd you do with the Donkey Kong Rabbit?
Yeah, no, I'm like in World 3 now. No, World 4.
Doesn't sleep.
No,
officer. They're robbing officer. Hold on.
I don't have pause.
All the cops are in Dunkin' Donuts. Not Dylan. Not Officer Espinal.
Why are you gonna put me down like that? But no, the game just looks beautiful though. Like,
it is.
All the mechanics on point. There's like little things here and there that they could have maybe done a little bit better, like maybe more characters.
But just looking at it, right? It doesn't look like it's a Ubisoft game. You would swear this fucking game was made by Nintendo.
Yeah, it looks like first party.
Artistically, it looks like it was done by Nintendo and Nintendo only.
Yeah,
and unbelievable.
And playing actually brings back memories of like Mario RPG.
Yes.
Where like you get a small group, a small team, and just Mario in that world.
How many characters do you know by any chance?
It's eight characters.
8? I only have Luigi, so.
3 Rabbids, 4 Rabbids, and like 4 Mario characters.
That's it?
Well, do they show other worlds and stuff? I forget. Don't tell me. Just don't tell me. Never mind.
Is that what you have, or is that is that total in the game?
That's total in the game.
That's.
It's a Nintendo game. Still.
But I mean,
you want Ezio to come out and stab people?
No. But I mean, it's Mario, Luigi, Toad, Princess.
No, the princess I don't think is playable, right?
No, she is playable.
Did
So then you have, but isn't it like when you tell me that it's like Mario RPG, Bowser was a playable character in Mario RPG.
Yeah, but it was because they were fighting the same villain or something?
Yeah, but I mean that's no.
I don't know. I haven't gotten that far, but
I feel like that's really limited.
They have co-op too. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, they have co-op that opens up after beating each world. It opens co-op. The parts that remind me of Mario RPG is the talent trees. You actually use your gold coins to buy weapons.
But like I said, I feel like there's a ton of Mario characters that they could have used.
Ooh, Wario and Luigi?
Yoshi?
You don't want to turn it into a Mario Party. Maybe they'll have downloadable, because when you start the game it says DLC.
Yeah, they have a DLC section for it. I could see like them making a safe bet with this game just to see how it does.
Exactly.
And then maybe in the next game they'll do like Bowser and a bunch of other crazy stuff. Maybe a Geno, like Easter egg from Super Mario RPG.
I guess we'll wait for the DLCs, because I think I would have liked more amiibo. This is what I wanted. If you put an amiibo, the character would show up. Not even the character, but a rabbit in shape of the character.
Yeah, that would be really good.
Right? Legend of Zelda, you put fucking Link and then it comes out dressed up as Link.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
We'll see.
The amiibo functionality is pretty limited. It's like you get decent guns for the first part, but then like you get tons.
How do you know
guns.
that? You got amiibos for the game?
No, I just know because I look this shit up.
Oh, you look this shit up.
But yeah, it's like the amount of weapons you get is like you look like 5 minutes later and you're already like behind in weapons. It's like it's no point in using amiibos.
You're right. It's usually like the that garbage you get it like in any other game. Like, oh, here's a shirt, and it's pointless. After, like Diablo, when you bought Diablo, they give you like an awesome weapon till you're like level 2.
Yeah.
And then it was worthless. Fuck you, GameStop.
Great little game.
Yes.
It's everything I wanted from it. Really.
You know a game did that really well?
What's wrong?
Was Borderlands. Because Borderlands, when there was the deal, when you did a pre-order, which is another topic I'm going to get into before you jump into what you want to go, you pre-ordered, you have 4 guns, right?
Yeah.
Did you play Borderlands 2?
Yes.
Dylan, you played Borderlands. Okay. If you pre-ordered, they gave you 2 guns that you couldn't get until way later in the game. They gave you a sniper rifle, I held that sniper rifle all the way until I got my first sniper rifle. And they gave you, I think it was either an assault rifle or a shotgun. Because when you start off the game, you basically just get handguns and machine guns. But those two guns that they gave you was a sniper rifle, and it was one or the other. It was either a shotgun or a machine gun. And you didn't get those till you hit like level 6 or 7. But there's so much shit in that game. But it at least lasted you, and it made.
And that makes sense.
It made the pre-order worth making sense. So I'm gonna say something right here, right now, that I saw.
He's gonna say something.
I saw last night or 2 nights ago, and the fact that more games aren't doing this is ridiculous. And this would get me to pre-order games. This would get me to buy games, and that is a pre-download feature where 99% of the game is downloaded. The 1% is when the disc comes. The fact that games aren't doing a preload, because NBA 2K, I think it comes out next week.
Like before other people?
Right. Well, no. A preload. Like you get a code and you go in and you go into, the Sony store, the Microsoft store. You punch in the code and it download. It's like the pre-download, and you download all of the game except for 1%. You can't play the game because you're missing that final piece, but it's already downloaded. So when I get the game, I'm not sitting there for an hour and a half waiting for it.
They have that available, don't they, Dylan, with Steam?
That's Steam.
I think Steam does it, but yeah, like consoles, they don't usually do it.
Consoles. Oh, well.
There's a reason why you're Master Race. I say it.
I mean, not all the games do it, but there are some that let you preload it, like you said, just exactly how you said it. I think that they should do where if you pre-order, I fuck the beta. I don't give a shit because beta is always garbage, and then you judge the game before. I think that they should let you be able to download it maybe 2 days before other people. I think that would do the sales, or let the multiplayer come out a week before. What do you think? You die?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Pre-orders are tricky. What really gets me to pre-order something is if it comes with like a collectible that I really want, like a statue or something. Other than that, I don't really care.
Yeah, that's true. I like that too when they give you. Didn't you get like a gun for Gears of War if you pre-ordered it, like a gold gun?
I think
after that you couldn't get it anymore.
But I mean, I hate, like, sometimes it's just dumb shit. Like, I would have bought the best Metal Gear Solid 5, but it gave you an red arm of
yeah, that's right.
Venom Snake that was literally like this big. And it's like
it was that big? I thought it was like this fucking big.
It was, but it's still small. It wasn't good enough for me to like want to get it.
No, not for $300. I mean, like the Street Fighter one. That's something to look into. The Capcom versus Marvel. Have you seen that shit? 5 statues.
And the statues are ridiculous.
Oh,
and it's a Chun-Li.
It's got Chun-Li. It's got Ryu. Fuck.
And who are the
well, of course they got to put Iron Man.
Is Iron Man one of them?
Oh, yeah, Iron Man's the other one. I don't know who the other Marvel character is.
That thing's coming out soon, right?
Yeah.
Isn't it like next week or something?
Yeah.
Well, they haven't impressed people yet, so.
It actually looked a lot better than I thought it was gonna.
But it played a lot worse.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't get how that's such a hard game to make. That it's weird to like when I hear that a game like that is difficult. Like, what are you trying to reinvent the wheel for?
They did something with Chun-Li. Her face was all.
Oh no, they
deformed.
fixed that. No,
Yeah,
I'm not
they
talking
fixed
about that. I'm talking about the actual gameplay. What is so difficult about?
Just pass it over. I know.
It's pass it over, clean it up, make it look better.
I don't know.
I mean, because Mortal Kombat has just gotten more fluid. It goes from you go from NES to PlayStation to PlayStation 2. It just gets crisper. It gets smoother. You alter the button scheme a little bit, so you have to learn a new game, but it's still fundamentally there. I don't get it. I don't.
We don't know hundreds of things that comes into the game. But
I don't get what Capcom's doing. We had this conversation with Capcom versus NetherRealms. NetherRealms knows how to make a good fighting game. Capcom
struggles.
I don't get
But Street
it.
Fighter didn't do bad. Street Fighter, I think the mechanics of Street Fighter were fine. They just, they didn't put a story mode. That's something people like, right? Remember them?
Yeah.
That's about
Yeah,
it. But they still play really good.
Yeah, it played amazing. It's just it felt like an early access game.
Yes.
Yeah. And what's
I don't know why you released it like that. Fucking stupid. I don't understand.
Isn't it the next Tekken is the last Tekken. This isn't the last Street Fighter, no?
No, this is the last Street Fighter. They're just gonna keep adding characters till the end of time.
No, they'll make a Street Fighter.
They say they're gonna go the route like World of Warcraft and.
Yeah, the only
So
reason
then
they
why
made this
call
one.
it 5? Why not call it Street Fighter?
Who knows?
I mean,
We'll do it
the only
eventually.
reason they made this Street Fighter was because Sony paid up.
Is that what it was?
financed the whole thing. Yeah.
Fucking Sony.
Well, PC got it though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. PC
I'm
and
actually gonna
PlayStation
skip
4.
PC for this one. I'm gonna go with the PlayStation, just because of the fact that I have a bad feeling with Capcom.
I watched a stream
really
of
have a
it
bad
yesterday.
feeling. What?
I watched a stream of it of Infinite.
Oh, yeah, but
And-
what was it playing on?
It was on a PlayStation 4.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Capcom.
Yeah, it looked fine.
Capcom takes
It looked
care
good.
of PlayStation first.
They take care of console first.
Yeah,
They're
and then
a
they gave
console
you-
first.
That's what people were surprised that Resident Evil 7 was so fucking fantastic in PC. Everybody was shocked. Yes or no? Everyone was
Yeah.
fucking shocked. They were like, "Oh my
Yeah,
god, there's
they were
nothing
pretty
wrong
shocked.
with this game. What's going on?"
Yeah, no, they're doing some quality stuff. Capcom's doing some quality stuff right now.
I hope so, because I yet to see. I mean, what? Give me an example other than the fighting game.
Resident Evil 7.
No,
Resident Evil 7?
Resident Evil 7 came out already.
Oh, what
Yeah.
else they're doing?
They're nothing doing anything else.
Resident Evil 2.
For fuck's sake. You haven't shown anything yet.
So, okay,
we
wait,
don't
wait,
know
wait.
anything about it. We don't know if it's gonna happen.
All right. So wait.
right
wait,
now,
wait.
that's in the
so I'm
PT
gonna,
category.
I have to go and talk about this.
Oh,
Because-
you're not. Oh, I thought you had to go.
Wait. No. Okay. So Dylan, right? IGN just released its top 100 moments in video game of all time. All right.
Oh god.
Here we go.
Number
you ready?
one.
Are you ready?
Number one was getting the Master Sword in Ocarina of Time. Are you going to tell me that that is,
He is gonna agree.
as far as video game history,
Look,
thinking,
bro, you're talking to the wrong person. 'Cause I beat that fucking game 25 times. I was broke as shit, and I love that game. And that was my number one moment.
Was it?
was it really?
Was-
out of all the video game moments there are in the world,
Okay.
It was.
This is what got me of Ocarina of Time when you take the sword out, right? That you get big, right, Dylan?
Yeah, you
Right?
you ate.
That's what made it epic. You were a kid when you pull that sword. You're an adult, and then
Yeah,
the
like-
whole concept of time changes.
Yeah, and then you walk out, and the whole
not-
kingdom
It's
is
not like exactly.
filled with zombies and shit and undead, and you're like, what the fuck just happened?
Is amazing. Well, but he doesn't agree.
I-
Said he wants to put number one, Final Fantasy VII.
when Aerith dies, which they had at number 3.
We're
Yeah.
talking to you.
Yeah.
What was number 2?
Number 2 was Psycho Mantis. in Metal Gear.
Psycho Mantis.
You see,
I agree with that. I agree with that one too.
you would put so you're saying that Ares dying is number 3 over Psycho Mantis.
So the problem is again with me is that I didn't own a PS1 when Final Fantasy came out, so I didn't get to play that until like years later.
Oh, and then it happened, so you already knew what was going on. But here, this is what they have, and tell me that these numbers aren't skewed for just lasting memories. Number 42, Nuking Megaton in Fallout 3.
I mean, it was pretty epic at the time.
No, that's what I'm saying. But at 42, you're going to say that there are 42 other things that are as vivid as that.
At least it made the list.
Okay, so from there, are you ready? Are you ready? Because
he's keeping it real.
number 39, Clem and Lee say goodbye from the Walking Dead video game.
Oh my God, that shouldn't be 49. That should be in the top 10.
That should be in the top 10. You're going to tell me, like, that almost made me cry. Like, I'm sitting there choking back tears.
Oh, damn, that was terrible.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I mean,
did they have the dogs coming out of the windows in Resident Evil 1?
That's number 29. They put seeing the first zombie was more impressive than the dogs.
Are you fucking kidding me? When the fucking dog flies out the window.
You dropped your controller. You died. That was it.
I was like,
that was game over.
And you're still trying to figure out the mechanics, so you're like walking in reverse.
Yeah. No.
You remember how hard it was to turn around? You're like a robot.
yeah, I mean, the problem about this is like this is all subject to opinion, so it really depends on
it's IGN.
that person's history.
Nobody cares about their opinion.
And then here's one that threw me off again. Number 36, the unveiling of Pyramid Head in Silent Hill.
That was a fucking crazy.
I know that was
Wasn't it like fucking that two-legged creature, the four-legged creature? It's the first time it comes out. It's screwing it. Oh, man.
Yeah.
I was like, what am I watching?
You know what I would put in there?
Go ahead.
Fucking End of Shadow Colossus.
Yeah, it was there.
Well, no, the
end.
No, not the end. The very first time you saw Colossus, that was like number 10.
What did you say? The end?
Yeah, like when you actually, because I was
eco at the end. Whoops! Spoiler. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well,
no,
I mean,
I don't think
you turn into the demon god, and then you get like sucked in. It was pretty epic. You made the ultimate sacrifice.
I wouldn't put that in there.
That's
more epic than when you see the fucking Colossus for the first time.
The first time you see the Colossus is
was Tomb Raider when the T-Rex comes out? Was that in there?
That was in like 25. Where they had that one.
Like, I remember when that shit came out.
I took down the ones that I felt should have been higher that weren't, because they put Nuking Megaton at 42, but then they put the nuclear bomb that was in Call of Duty 4 at number 10 or like number 11, and I'm like, that doesn't make sense.
If I had to put Call of Duty, the Modern Warfare, it would be when the guy betrays you. Oops, spoiler again, but
Which one?
The captain at the very end, he kills man, what was the name of the guy with the mask? He kills Soap.
Yeah.
Oh my god. You remember that?
Yeah.
Shit, that should be there. When he betrays you? Or how about when Colonel in part 2 of Metal Gear Solid 2 is a robot? Holy shit.
It was part of the Patriots.
All that shit should have been in there.
Out of all of them, the 4 games that had the most was Resident Evil, was the Resident Evil series, was the Metal Gear series, the Zelda series, and I want to say Mario had several.
Mario, really? I mean, what would I say Mario has? I don't see anything shocking in Mario that I'm like, oh my god, he's a plumber. He's not Italian.
Well, the only game that was shocking was Mario 64.
Just the 64 was in there just because like the flying element, like when you first get the hat and you can fly.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, man.
But I mean, like,
they should remake that back.
But every Metal Gear was in there. 1 through 5 was in there. Resident Evil had multiple moments, whether it was 7, whether it was 4.
I think 6 should be a shocking there too. It was released. That should be number number 1, right? Resident Evil 6 was released
And then
when it should have never been made.
And then Zelda had it was more of the older Zeldas that had more of the shock and the shock and awe than the what's it called made it though. The new one did. The new one had a moment, but it was low.
Oh, what was it? You collect 1,000 and then you get poop.
Yeah, no.
That should be number fucking 3. You know what I'm talking about? You're not
I know
really
what
trying
you're
to do
talking
that,
about.
are you?
No, I'm not.
Going to collecting crap and then getting poop or shit, whatever. I don't care. Achievements. Nintendo's getting achievements, maybe. What do you think?
It's about damn time. That's what I
It's
think.
about fucking time. Yes.
But they still haven't announced anything.
They haven't
Everyone's
announced
saying-
anything, and they just made fun of people who collect shit to get a fucking achievement.
Yeah.
You get absolutely shit. 1,000
Oh.
seeds, and what does the guy do? He takes a dump, and he says, "Here you go." Literally,
I know.
that's what you get. Here you go, asshole.
I know.
Thank you for
Yeah.
collecting my seeds. Now, that was fiber for me, and now I'm gonna give you a big dump. Congratulations. And it even says it in the description. It smells funny, right? It smells funny.
Smells badly. Yeah.
I would have broken something.
I would have gone ballistic. 1,000. You don't understand what
Oh no,
how
no.
hard it is to find these seeds.
No, but I know I know how hard and painstaking a lot of that stuff is because I'm a trophy hunter.
Yes, but this
But-
is the type of thing that you need to do. I mean, I'm sure somebody found it without doing any homework or internet or anything like that. But how? I mean, I'm sure the guy who does this, the strategy guides, must have done it without any help. But it's 1,000, right, Dylan? Is it 1,000?
Yeah.
900.
Whoa, okay, I missed it by 100. At 900 seeds, you have to comb that fucking game. It's like fucking finding fleas all over that game. And then they give you a big pile of shit.
No, that game is a big pile of shit, but
How dare you? We're not going to get into that. And another news on the Switch, because we're going to be talking about a lot of Switches, is did you play the game, what was it, Octopath Traveler?
I watched the demo. It looked really good.
Yeah, I just showed it to Frank.
it's
I'm
really
like-
good. It's real. It is Xenogears meets Final Fantasy Tactics meets the 21st century.
Yeah, it's like 2D, 3D.
It's
What really freaking like blew my mind was just the writing. The writing was so good.
How the fuck did you get? There was a trailer. What did you get?
no. He watched
I-
the demo. He said he watched the
I
demo.
watched the demo.
Well, I do like that the stories change.
Oh,
right?
you wanna know what I like about it?
Because it's 8 characters.
There's no fucking voices. You have to read.
Yes.
God.
I do
No,
find
there
it
are- there are
annoying.
voices.
No. There's in the cutscenes. There's voices.
Yeah.
Cutscenes, but when you're talking around, there is no voices. And then what I don't
Uh,
like
well-
is,
well,
is,
there's
is if the
little
guy says
quips.
yes, he goes yes, and then you have to read the rest.
Yeah.
I don't
There's
like
little
that.
quips.
It's like
I
yes,
don't mind.
go fuck
I don't mind
yourself.
that.
I hate voices. I hate
But, like,
voices.
But like the
Hate.
story itself, like that was insane. Like,
How does
the
it work
first-
though, right? Is it you can play all 8 characters at the same time, or you have to finish the game once?
See, I'm not too sure about that. So what I'm thinking is that you go on your first quest and you start meeting up different characters. I'm guessing 8 characters, on their own journey, on their own adventure. So I'm not sure if they join you or if you finish a story and then you do another
Because
story.
that would be awesome if it was like that. You finish the game with one character, and then you play the other character, and then you somehow manage to end up where you met the other character. Sort of like Resident Evil 2.
Yeah.
That would be fucking amazing. So you get to see what the characters were doing at the same time. But then again, you know, you can't play the whole game with one character. You need more than one character. But the girl does powers. They showed the girl.
Yeah. they
Girl
showed the
can
girl.
like
Primrose.
charm somebody and then have
Yeah.
them fight for you in a battle, or
Yeah.
she can, which goes back to a lot of women ain't gonna like that. They're gonna be very upset that the woman could trick men to do her bidding.
But I mean, that's.
Don't.
I mean,
don't.
No, but I mean, I will say that as far as a manipulation standpoint, more women, in my personal, more women could get more men to do things rather than more men get women to do more things.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, I find myself blindly doing things that my girlfriend asks me to do, and it's just, that's what it is.
So you put it in the game as an ability.
Why not? I mean, we go back. I mean, ready? This is, and this is how far back we'll go. You look at a book called Animal Farm, George Orwell talking about Stalinism. The one character that was a seductress was the cat that was female. Because cats typically, if you went to the animal kingdom, I mean, hell, even Fat Farm used even Baby Fat used a cat as their logo of sexy. That's the reason why Egyptians had cats. And so the cat was a female character that manipulated all the other characters, used all the other animals on the farm to do her work, and she reaped the benefits. That's just natural history. When they, when movies and stuff want to say the top assassins of the world, 2 out of the 3 were women. Why? Because they can seduce some men. That's not sexist. That's real.
Dylan, Rebecca makes you do all kinds of things, right?
I mean, I don't have much to add to that because it is what it is. It's an interesting mechanic. I'm guessing each character is gonna have a different.
Yeah, what does the guy do? The guy trains them, right?
Yeah,
you can fight remember. Different people.
Yeah.
Like somebody in a town, you can duel.
He challenges,
and you can probably get their weapons or whatever the fuck, So you do your own private fights.
I don't get why this hasn't been happening for the past, I don't know, since Xenogears and
fucking Final Fantasy, bro. And then they have the Xenoblade that's coming out. God, man, it's a fucking crazy year with this little Switch.
The story is like super serious too.
Bro, I'm gonna have to buy a second Switch.
Which one? Wait.
No, we're still talking about Project whatever.
No. Are you talking about Octopath? Okay, I was saying because if you're talking about
no, there's so many games coming out.
Oh no, and like I said,
Kayla won't let me play with the Switch because she wants to play fucking Splatoon.
But that's where the gaming's. That's why Nintendo has me interested. I already said it has me interested. But that's because they're making adult titles. They're going back. I mean, it's one of the reasons why Super Nintendo did so well. Yeah. Secret of Mana, Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy 3, 6.
They're going back, bro. They're going back. They're listening, and I think they're improving a lot.
But I mean,
I wish Square would hire the guys that wrote at least the intro for Octopath Traveler. To write more of their shit.
Well, it's Square Enix, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Square. I'm like, where were these writers in Final Fantasy 15?
Well, no, I know.
What's so funny? Jesus.
No, I don't think Final Fantasy 15 story was that
amazing.
Bad. No, it wasn't amazing. It wasn't bad.
Dylan?
Yeah.
You played it, I didn't.
It wasn't bad, but it wasn't Octopath Traveler.
No, it wasn't Octopath Traveler at all. But at the same time, this is where Final Fantasy is the Call of Duty of RPGs. Like you have to try to encompass everybody. Where the smaller games are doing better. There was a list. I think it was because of Octopath, or it was the games that need fresh coats of paint to redo, and 2 of them. And I'm glad I have you 2 here to talk about it. I can't remember what site. If it was, was it Kotaku and or GameSpot. There are games that need fresh paint, especially with like this resurgence of Square. One of them, Parasite Eve.
Yes. Agreed.
And then
they should redo
other one.
And Vagrant Story.
Yup.
Which one?
Vagrant Story.
Oh man. I passed Vagrant Story with a wand, and I didn't even use it as magic. I just whooped. I'm not lying.
No,
I killed a fucking bagger with a wand, and I just kept on pushing the button real hard. You remember that?
Yeah, you just had to time it right.
And I killed that fucking guy after like 1,000 hits.
No, that game was
a great game.
Game was beautiful, and it was interesting, and You had that wandering forest where you can get lost. I mean, dude, I got lost in that fucking forest for I think I was legit lost in that forest for like 3 hours.
God, RPG, man. What happened to them?
And this goes back to why PlayStation 1's the greatest system of all time.
Oh God. All right. Yes, I agree, but let's move on.
Yeah, let's stick to Nintendo.
Well, let's stick to Nintendo. No, we're still sticking.
Okay, Dylan, we got something amazing we're gonna talk about. Okay, we're gonna talk about this real fast. Okay,
All right,
we're gonna talk about Destiny. Okay.
It came out last week.
It came out last week, so let's go on. Let's move on.
So yeah.
All right, Dylan. We're just gonna move on now. That's the news of Destiny.
So with that, Nintendo got Rockstar.
Yes.
Nintendo's working with Rockstar to redo LA Noire.
Which people, instead of taking this as a positive situation, like, wow, Rockstar got its game into Switch, people are bitching because it's the most expensive game out of the 3 systems. Are you fucking kidding me? That's your big complaint. It's on a cartridge. It's going to be more expensive. Of course it's going to be more expensive. There's nothing you can do about it. Yes, it's going to be $20 everywhere else. But, hey, you got to do what Nintendo says. That's it.
Yeah. But with the LA Noire 2 and it getting remastered for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox, they're thinking that they're going to make a sequel.
Yeah. Like when you make a port like so many years later, I think they're getting in prime for a sequel.
Do you think there's room for a sequel?
Do you think so?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, different characters.
I mean, I played the game.
Story.
It wasn't very. I passed the whole game and I just didn't think it was memorable. That's my opinion.
It got unmemorable when you leave murder and go to arson.
What?
You don't remember that?
I don't remember. It's been a long time. I just remember.
Dylan, you remember that, right?
You have to
like you get demoted.
I don't remember that shit at all.
Wow, no,
it was a long time ago.
I remember a lot of the game.
You really liked that game.
No, it was interesting, and then it lost interest. It was like, here's this cop, and he's supposed to be like this clean cop and everything, and then it's like, well, I'm gonna cheat on my wife with this famous singer.
Wow, you could do that? I don't remember.
No,
that.
he cheated on his wife with the singer. And she left him, and then it was like it's the 1950s or 40s, so like divorce is a big deal. And
oh man, I don't remember any of that. Didn't he just come back from the war or something? Like
yeah,
that?
He came back from the war, and he was trying to be a cop, and everybody's like, "Oh, he's too clean." There were so many mechanics about it.
It was in L.A. too, right?
Yeah.
So that means there was corruption in that time.
But there was so much behind it that wasn't good, and that's why I remember it so distinctly. I'm like, this is just so bad. Like I hated the character, and when I found out he died in the end, because I didn't beat it. Like,
did he die?
Yeah.
Spoiler.
Didn't he fall into the ocean or something?
Did he? Dylan?
I don't remember.
I don't remember any of that. This is like a whole new game to me.
I remember that. He goes. He like solves the murder, but
are we talking about the same game? What the fuck are you talking about? He kills himself?
No, he doesn't kill himself. He like tracks down isn't it the Black Dahlia murder?
There was a Black Dahlia murder in the game?
Isn't it? Isn't that what it was based upon?
God, I don't remember any of
Oh,
that.
we have somebody talking.
I don't
so bad.
What's going on?
Who's that?
I do not recall.
Horizon.
But this
Oh, snap. I feel bad.
But this is one of the reasons.
Saying hi. Hi. You can actually say hi to them.
Yeah, no.
I'm saying hi.
By typing it.
Oh, now it goes beyond.
Beyond.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, I don't remember any of that.
Yeah, no.
I don't think that's the same game. I think you played something else. We're doing good. How are you? Wait a minute. There's 15-second delay. We're going to stay here 15 seconds waiting for him to answer.
And then we got dogs barking.
Shut up, dogs.
We are so professional here.
And the dogs are going crazy in the background. Maybe somebody's in there. Okay, so
Your mutts in check.
Okami HD. Really, dog? Okay. Hold on 1 second, guys. Dog wants to die.
Keep your dogs in check. Jesus. Who's running the house?
Oh, man.
Okami?
Okami getting re-released.
And not coming out for Switch.
Wait, it's not coming out for Switch?
Nope.
I did not hear that.
What? Capcom? What do you expect? Fucking Capcom. The one game they could have released that probably would have killed it in the Switch, and they don't release it for the Switch. You kidding me? Is anything coming out from Capcom to the Switch?
Nothing that I know of.
Nothing that I know of either.
Right? Nothing. Fucking Capcom.
No.
Oh no! Wait a minute. They are Resident Evil. The
Revelations.
Revelations 1 and 2.
No.
So that's
Yeah.
So with the possibility of with LA Noire 2 coming out.
Okay.
Big news.
I just can't believe they're gonna do a part 2. I don't remember anything of the first one. I gotta play the first one again.
With the predictions coming out, I'm excited that Borderlands 3 is apparently on its way out.
When?
I don't know.
Bro, I can't wait.
But I'm not going to work.
Maybe next year.
Yeah, maybe I'll take a week off.
That's definitely a game where I'll be in line to get that.
It's like 1 million fucking weapons now. It's 2 times.
Well,
the amount of shit they can add now.
Well, it's not
how
just
big they can make it.
Well, this is my theory, idea, or whatever. Dylan, you can tell me if I'm right or wrong in this aspect of the game. Did you guys play the pre-sequel? Yes or no?
Yeah, I beat it.
Man, you did? I
did
played
too.
like 20 minutes of that.
I played the pre-sequel. The pre-sequel, this is where I'm at with it. There was a part, Dylan. Do you remember going into the lab to save the scientists?
Yeah.
Okay, when you go into the lab to save the scientists, he's talking about exploring planets that were completely submerged in water. Do you remember this?
Don't recall that too well.
Okay, so in this idea, you know how you have the masks that give you oxygen?
Yeah.
When
can't get involved.
you beat part 2, they said that there are vaults all over.
Yes, I remember
all
that.
over the galaxy. And then in the pre-sequel, they're talking about planets that are completely submerged underwater. In this idea, I think the reason why they use the moon to test out the gravity is because you're going to go into levels that are completely underwater, and that's going to add a whole new dimension to the game, especially because you have masks that are based on having oxygen. It's going to give a new dynamic to vehicles. It's going to give a new dynamic to weapons. Things along those lines. From there, take 2 is
It is. It's true they're related. Yes.
Oh man, that's funny.
He's the one who does the stunts.
Oh god, you guys, that's funny.
Bro, you made our day. Now he's gonna fucking tell everybody about this.
No, this is funny.
Vin Diesel. Call me Vin Diesel.
No, but the idea is that Telltale wants their characters to be involved from the Tales from the Borderlands game.
Oh shit, that was a good game.
That was really good too.
That was probably one of the best.
And with that, so you have these 2 games that rather than trying to make a full-blown game, like to try to make a part 3, they had elements where they wanted to try to build on a concept, but it wasn't solid, and they wanted to test the water. And I feel like they're going to do a good. If they do that,
they could just go to different planets now instead of Pandora.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. They said that there's multiple planets that have multiple vaults.
I can't wait.
And the idea here is that one of the characters, spoiler, dies in Borderlands 2. He was the guy who had the turret. You remember? The black guy, the commando?
Yeah.
He died.
Yes.
Axton in part 2 has a turret. Every single one of the characters.
Spoiler.
Every single one of the characters in the game has different abilities. There's no reason why all 8 characters could come back with the possibility of having more characters as DLC.
That'd be amazing.
There's a ton of stuff that they could do with it. And if they go and they do it, and Take-Two works with Grand Theft Auto, if they can do what Grand Theft Auto has done, as far as DLC, where we're just going to make cosmetics, you guys can buy cosmetic stuff, but the DLC, the levels, the maps and everything, we're just going to keep making them and making them and making them and call that a day.
We're talking about massive amount of money for these people.
Yeah, they can make it happen. I mean, that's a great idea.
That is a great idea. That's actually genius.
They can make it like a Overwatch.
But then we don't even have a release date. We don't have a trailer. We don't have anything.
Yeah.
No. Well, the only thing we have is a interview with Randy Pitchford, who's awesome.
Okay.
We have an interview with Randy Pitchford with IGN talking about how.
Didn't they show like a little bit of what they're working on? Didn't they show like?
Oh, they were showing their new
what
lighting
Cloth
dynamics.
is gonna do.
Oh yeah,
they showed their new engine.
Awesome.
What was I saying?
Oh come on. You're talking about IGN. Borderlands 3.
No. I mean,
Randy Pitchford talking to IGN.
And yeah, he said 90% of our team is working on something big. So
yeah, that's Borderlands.
Yeah, I could see.
Or maybe My Little Pony. You never know.
No. I mean, what else would they be working on? A Doom 2 sequel? I mean, it's
Duke Nukem.
Duke Nukem. Well, there goes another 10 years.
Well, no, it was funny because he was talking about that. And when he saw Duke Nukem, he was extremely impressed because he knew how small the team was that was making it and everything that they did. It's just everybody else was expecting the next greatest game because Duke Nukem came out in 1996, and it was like like that game was. It was innovative. It was beautiful. It played well.
In 96.
Yeah, but that was the thing. It was all of that.
So the last one was after 96? Didn't it just come out like 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Duke Nukem
Forever.
Absolutely garbage.
Yeah.
Shit.
But that's because
Pure mierda.
Yes. But Randy, he knew the people who made the game. Randy worked with 3D Realms before he started to take over for Take-Two. So he knew, from what he saw, he's like, oh my God, you guys did so much. But from what the rest of the video game world was expecting, it wasn't what they wanted.
Dylan, what's wrong with your microphone?
Nothing.
Is it between your legs? Be honest.
I mean,
watching.
Back to the Duke Nukem thing. I mean, they got into a bunch of lawsuits after
they did?
Randy. Yeah, after they bought the IP from whoever owned it at first. Do you guys think, going back to Borderlands and Switch, do you think you'll see Borderlands on the Switch?
Oh my God, that would be amazing.
I could see it. It wouldn't shock me. There's nothing about that says that would be extremely difficult. If you're bringing over Skyrim, you can bring over Borderlands, especially the cell shaded.
Yes.
Art. Yeah, there's nothing that says that couldn't be brought over.
They could pull it off, and it would be fucking amazing.
Once again, that's a game you could just take on the go.
And then you have to buy it twice.
Yeah.
Stug likes Vin Diesel. So what's next? Well, I think we talked about everything about Nintendo Switch. I think there's nothing left.
Can we talk about the Direct and Mario Odyssey?
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's
what
talk
you
about
got?
it. What you got?
That thing looks fucking amazing, and not only amazing, but like maybe twice as big as Zelda did.
It's twice as big? No.
Like they show like a list of places you can visit, and then they start scrolling down, and I was done after they passed the 50
Are you kidding
number
me?
mark. Yeah, no. And it has like all kinds of costumes and suits and
Oh,
it
don't
just
forget
looks...
his nipples.
Oh yeah,
I
the
was just
nipples
talking to him
stuff.
about that. People were
The
offended
sexy
about the nipples.
that game looks
Is it?
like pure fun.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm done.
Oh no,
That was it?
No, what isn't it? Is he going to Brooklyn? Is it gonna have like a New York?
I don't think it's Brooklyn.
Because he's
It's
supposed to
different
be.
worlds.
Well, no, but
Yeah,
isn't it addressing how he's no longer a plumber?
Yeah,
I don't think that they're addressing that
They're
in the
not?
game. No.
I thought they were.
I thought they
Oh,
were
they
too.
they just updated his whatever thing on
On
his wiki
Wikipedia.
page. Yeah.
That was it. That was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Wikipedia decides what he does for a living. What does he do for a living then? If he's not a plumber,
And he's like a football player and a
I'll tell you
raccoon.
what he's doing. He's using.
I don't know.
all
It doesn't really matter.
It matters.
Doesn't matter.
We've been lied to for how many years now? 30?
No, it's supposed to be he changed his job description.
He changed.
He
his-
Jane. Oh
so
changed his
so,
job
so
description.
he
Oh
had
my God.
he updated his resume and it's no longer.
Yeah,
a
yeah,
plumber.
pretty much. Now he's just
He has a
No.
new.
he's a lone wanderer.
He has a new objective.
The same objective over. He doesn't even get paid for it. He doesn't even get laid.
No, he
Poor
doesn't.
bastard.
well, that's what Odyssey's all about. Is about getting laid.
What?
That's what they call it, the Odyssey.
Ah.
I see what you did there, Nintendo.
You think they're gonna get married? I think they might do something because they're dressed like
Well,
wedding.
They actually said that Mario was pissed that Bowser's trying to marry Peach and he's trying to get her back. That's the whole concept behind it.
So it's official that he's been So it's not that Bowser's been kidnapping her. It's that she's just been leaving his ass.
Yeah. I guess so.
And so basically, so this is what it is. It's Mario's the nice guy and Bowser's like the abusive boyfriend.
Yeah.
And
That's exactly
so,
what it is.
but he's got the nice car, he's got the money, so she keeps going back to him, and then he hits her
He's
once,
a gang leader.
and then Mario has to like go rescue her, and then he rescues her, and then she's like, "You're short and fat with a mustache." So
So he says, "Am I gonna get laid?" And she says, "I'll bake you a fucking cake." Remember? She didn't even kiss him.
Mario-
She baked him a cake.
oh god,
Mario's the hero from Braid.
Mario's the hero from Braid.
Oh my god. Okay, so other news. How about we talk about that fucking iPhone X? No?
Yeah.
No
Skip it.
thanks.
What did you say, Dylan?
So no thanks.
No,
No
thanks.
thanks. Dylan,
really?
what do you have? What's your phone?
7.
You have the 7.
See?
Yeah.
See?
So
People think he has no common sense, but he does. A little bit. Nothing, Dylan. What are you? Put your 2 cents. I'll say my 2 cents.
I have to go in person and look at it, see the new features before I even attempt to think about upgrading my phone, because my shit is good right now.
But $1,000.
That's expensive, but it's not that much further from 700.
Yes, it is $300.
I don't.
Absolutely, that's a fucking switch.
I don't know. I don't see it. At least from my perspective, I don't see it as that much, because the way the cell phone plans are, the way they work, I mean, it's $40 a month. That's what it is. That's what you play. That's what you. Okay,
All right,
so I got AT&T, right?
Uh-huh.
And it's $40 a month. And then I could either keep my phone or trade it in, get the new phone, but it's still only going to be $40 a month. And once I pay the phone off, it's my phone. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Or I can just keep going with, or I can just constantly just keep swapping and upgrade. Like, it's buying a car versus leasing a car.
Yes.
And that's the setup that they have, and that's what they created. So I'm not looking at the $1,000 price tag as, oh my God, it's $1,000. I'm like, all right, well, it's $40 a month. Like, and in that aspect, I'll have it paid off in 2 years. And from there, if they make something bigger and better, I can swap it out for something bigger and better. What this phone is,
Dun, 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 dun.
I mean, You roll your eyes because you're
No,
you're an
I
Android guy.
owned an iPhone for a little bit.
Yeah.
It was very dark times in my life.
Go ahead. You say what you want. I was just talking.
No, go ahead. Say, what do you think?
No, that was me talking price.
Your price.
That's me talking price.
Dylan, did you see anything that the iPhone is doing? Name me 5 things the iPhone X is doing that Android hasn't done. 5. Quick. Okay, 4.
I know one.
I actually haven't looked at it all that closely.
Oh, you didn't look at it?
You don't know anything about it?
I've seen it, but at a few.
Okay, I didn't see anything other than the emoji,
The anime.
the anime, whatever the fuck, anime emoji or whatever. There's nothing that impresses me. Everything is already available for Android.
Right.
So I don't see why I have to go and change. I like my freedom. I like to be able to do whatever I want with my phone. I like to place things around the way I want to. I don't need them to be telling me, this is Apple, you have to do it our way, and that's it. And you're not allowed to. You can't change their ways. You have to do it the way they want you. And that's, to me, it really sucks. But when it comes to power, yes, I heard it. They're already doing the test. It blows everything out of the water with power. Have you read that, Dylan?
Yeah.
It does power-wise is what, but I don't need fucking power if I have to, you know, it's like being rich in a communist country. The money's not really yours, is it? Belongs to the government. Yes or no? Dylan, what are you doing?
No, it's listening to you.
I'm listening to you, yeah.
Oh, we're losing you is what it is.
It is cutting in and out. I don't know what happened to your feed right there. Well, I mean, this is I've said it before, and I mean I'll continue to say it. And Android, this is where Android and this is where Apple are different. For Android to continue to survive,
Yeah,
they have to continue to innovate.
Absolutely.
Looking at numbers, I'm just going from a pure numbers standpoint. It's like for every 3 iPhones, there's 1 Android person. I think that I could be wrong with my numbers, but I think it's 3 to 1. So they have a mass market. So for the Android to remain relevant, to try to continue to pull people over, they have to create. Yes?
yes.
That being said, Apple is smart in the idea of, we're going to see what you make it. We're going to take it and we're going to perfect it. Because the number one thing that I'm seeing, you said that the HTC has facial recognition, right?
Yes.
Every single website has said the iPhone X has facial recognition that works. And that's the key aspect there, is that their products work. They don't innovate. I don't expect them to innovate. I don't expect them to innovate. From there, I'm old. And I don't want to customize and trick out and make everything. You're going to tell me that it's simple and this is the way it is and that's it? Because I don't use my phone for a whole lot. I use it for going on the internet, for sending a text message, for looking a video up on a YouTube, and to download a podcast. But then that's really it.
Okay, that's for you.
And this is.
So then the camera you don't give a shit about the camera or anything.
Oh no, I think the camera, the new camera. Okay, so
the motion sensors.
The motion it's the counterweight for the camera. So basically, they took technology that exists with cameras. The steady motion camera, it's an entire harness that goes with you that has a counterweight. So every time you take a step where the camera would move, the counterweight moves and it balances the camera. So no matter what, as I'm walking with the camera, it will stay perfect as if I'm walking it with a tripod. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's what they put into the iPhone camera on this 10, where you can move it and that bitch is going to stay focused on what you're doing. So it's going to give you better picture quality. If you're trying to do things, if you're trying to innovate shit like with multimedia, where you're trying to do high-res photos, high-res video, things along those lines, you're gonna do it. I mean, everything about that is.
I just don't like the fact that they make it look like they made it first, and they do it like.
Oh,
that.
I get that.
I hate that.
No,
it's like no, this is not new.
No,
this is new for you.
Oh, and but that's the funny thing, and we go back. I'll go to the Xbox with that. They say it, but people are fucking stupid and they don't listen. I heard it. Remember, we were having the conversation over the phone where I acknowledged, like, look, dude, I'm not stupid. I recognize that you guys had this first. They take it and they just make it better. That's what they do. They've said it. If you watch the press conference, it says that we have the highest resolution because their screen resolution, it's still not as, I want to say pure. It's off by like 100. So if it's like 2300 on the iPhone, it's 2400 on what's the new Galaxy 8?
I don't know. I don't have the Galaxy 8, so I don't know. Dylan, do you know?
No, I don't.
What is it?
But the Galaxy.
I don't have the stats on me.
No. But they
the Note 8 though I heard is superior.
Well, no, wait.
No, the new one.
Well, but I'm saying they say it is the highest resolution ever on the iPhone. But people don't hear on the iPhone.
Yes.
They hear it's the highest resolution ever. That's what they hear. But I'm not stupid. I'm not fickle. But the other thing is I'm a teacher, so I teach this. Like these are the wording that you use. You hit them powerful in the beginning, and then you trail off at the end. That way they don't hear it. but it's true because that, like you said, all these Apple people, oh, we have this, and you're like, dude, we've had this for like 3 years. Because they only hear what they want to hear, not what's actually being said. That's why I try to pay attention to everything that's being said. And I acknowledge, dude, you guys had the facial recognition. You guys had the full screen display. You guys had the whole, like, I'm going to put my phone down on a tablet and it's going to charge, the wireless charging. All of that stuff, you guys have had that now.
They just released the wireless charging? That's the first iPhone to have wireless charging?
Yeah, as far as I know.
Oh, my God. That's like super old technology.
But, I mean,
And then they charge you more for it too. It's so fucking ridiculous.
The only thing, like I said, the only thing is that it could be better. And I'm saying it could be better. And they're not even. There's they're calling it air power, and it's about the size of this, where you can put your phone, your watch, and your
earphones.
You can put them. Oh, I don't know if they have it where it's to that degree where if you have Samsung. Like if you have your Galaxy and you have your smartwatch, if you can charge both things on the same
I don't know.
Apparatus.
I don't think so.
I think that's where they're trying to but even that's not even going to be available at release. They said that's not going to be available till next year.
Well, it's not that far away.
But it next year could be September next year, not 2018. But this is where I go and I acknowledge Apple. And then at the same time, I give credit where credit's due, man. And Android will continue to make cool shit. And I sit back, I'm like, can't wait to get it in a couple years.
Dylan.
But at the same time, they're making it. Android's making a ton of stuff, and a lot of that stuff I'm not going to use.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, that Animoji thing, that's Snapchat. I don't even have a fucking Snapchat, man.
Either.
But my students will use the shit out of it. They're gonna use it, and they're gonna play with all that stuff, and they're gonna think it's the greatest thing ever. Yeah. Dylan, what you got?
What else have you played?
As long as the Android doesn't have their phones explode again, I think they'll
we'll see about that. That's the problem. Putting more power in this. What was it at the end of the problem? It was the water resistant thing, right? They put water resistant, dust proof, and they weren't letting any air into the phone.
No, it was a battery issue. It was
the what?
It was a bent circuit in the batteries that would make it explode.
Oh, okay. Explode. That's a wonderful word you want to hear when you have your phone near your head.
Oh, no, it was only when it was charging.
No, some guy's face got burned.
Yeah.
Some guy's dick got burned.
I mean, how bad of a burn are we talking about?
It was an explosion.
But how bad of a burn are we talking about?
I don't know. Why don't you put a firecracker in your face and you tell me how that feels?
No, it's not on your face. It's on your ear. So, I mean, so you lose a chunk of ear. Listen. Hear me out. you lose a chunk of your ear, and you may have like a badass little scar here that
You say you got in the war.
Ready? But with that being said, what kind of check are you getting from Samsung?
That's true.
I will happily take a chunk of my ear. I mean,
how could they? The balls that they have to release. Part 9 is it? They jumped from 7.
oh no, there's an 8 coming out too.
That's the one 8. You gotta be ballsy. I would have killed that fucking brand a long time ago.
What, the iPhone 8?
No. I'm talking about the Samsung Galaxy.
Oh
This
no.
fucking blew people's body parts. And you're gonna fucking release another one? These Koreans have balls. I mean, if you go to a plane, there's a sign that says Samsung Galaxy 7 is not allowed. Samsung Galaxy 7 Note
Yeah, something like that.
is not allowed in the. Do you know what kind of bad publicity that is when your phone is not allowed inside a fucking plane? Jesus Christ.
So Dylan, what you playing, man?
Man, I've been on a fucking Nintendo spree. With Tunes, Rabbids, Zelda. Other than that,
You've been playing Splatoon? See, this is the type of person you don't want your kids near.
I actually fired up Hellblade last night.
Oh, what did you think? We talked about that last 2 weeks ago.
That is one beautiful game.
It is, right?
Yeah. And
$30. This is the route I want games to go. $30. Just give it to me fucking straight. Give me a good story, good graphics.
Yeah, like.
And then of course if they add multiplayer and online and all this other shit, then charge me the $60. But for now, if you're just gonna give me a fucking good story with good graphics, $30. Don't charge me another nickel. Right?
I agree. Yeah.
So you didn't play anything else?
Other than that, I've been playing StarCraft.
StarCraft.
Yeah.
StarCraft. Holy shit.
Are you talking the first one or the second
The
one?
remake?
Remake. Yeah.
I started playing Dishonored today, Dylan. Have you played any of the other Dishonored?
No, I have them all ready to go.
Are you kidding me? This is the problem with people in Steam. They just crank the stuff in there and then they never look at it again. This is what's wrong with digital. I'm telling you. You have physical games right there and you go like, you know what? I'm going to play this because you can see it. But when it's just letters in a little fucking monitor, you'll pass by it 100 times and you'll never play it. Dylan, how many games do you have in Steam that you haven't played?
Probably good hundreds.
You see? You just fucking buy them and you never look at them again. And that's it.
You get even more than that, probably.
But Dishonored, I played Dishonored today and it's very good, guys. Check it out. It's very good. It's pretty much almost the same mechanics. It hasn't changed much. I'm talking about Death of the, what the hell was it called? See, you got me thinking Death of a Salesman because you said that before, and it's not the Death of the
Outsider.
Yeah. Which is the guy who gives you the power. So that should be interesting. Come on.
Right next to me.
What?
Next to me, I have the Dishonored 2 Collector's Edition.
The one with the mask?
Yeah, he bought the mask.
What did you buy it for?
He wanted the mask.
I wanted the mask, yeah.
I'm still waiting for that photo. You still have yet to release a photo
of what?
Of his collection. This dude has every goddamn figurine and
you buy this shit?
Yeah, man. I mean, he's got the chick from Horizon. He's got like 3 different assassins.
I mean, I do it sometimes and then I sell them for more than what I paid for because people like Dylan. There's always somebody to
Well, I don't know. If I don't buy in pre-order, I usually don't buy them.
Is you fucking crazy buying all that shit? Are you nuts? Send me. Listen, if you're gonna buy the Marvel vs. Capcom one, just send me the Chun-Li statue. You can keep the other 4. I'm not.
I haven't seen the statues yet for that.
Oh, they're beautiful.
What? There's like, but it's
they're
$400.
Yeah, something like that. But they're beautiful.
They're really good statues.
Look it up.
Yeah.
So what else? Anybody got anything else to include, Dylan?
Frank been playing.
What have I been? Well, I mean, the hurricane's been keeping me off.
Yeah, you can't play anything.
Of everything. The only thing that I really played, and the only thing that I keep really playing is I love my Titanfall. And
You'll play it to the end of time.
no, the one thing that I played over the during the hurricane, and I've been playing it a lot, is their mobile app. It's interesting. Somebody said it's very similar to another game. I don't know what the other game is. It's a mobile app. It has cards, and it's kind of RTS style game. It's actually really cool.
What is it?
What?
What's it called?
Titanfall.
Oh,
No, that's what I've been playing.
it's just Titanfall. Okay.
It's just Titanfall.
What, like the Metal Gear?
What do you mean?
Wasn't Metal Gear a card game too? One of them?
No. It's so like you have a map,
Uh-huh.
and then when you're playing on the map, there are three little points, and you take the card and you swipe it to the area, and a little character will come and run, and the objective is to get 100 points. Each little circle is worth 1 point per like 3 seconds. But if you have 2, then you're getting 2 points every 3 seconds. If you have all 3, then you're getting 3 points. And you just keep dropping guys in little spots, and they battle each other. And different characters have different abilities. Like some dude will have a flamethrower, another person will shoot grenades. It's really cool. I like it a lot. Hopefully it's an element where it kind of takes Titanfall, makes it into this Halo with Halo Wars.
Oh, I hated Halo.
I mean, Halo...
How dare you talk about Halo? George is not here.
No, but like with Halo Wars, I felt when I saw that they released it, I'm like, there's only like 6 characters. You can't really do a good RTS with 6 characters. What they're showing in this mobile app is that the world is actually quite bigger than what you've played both in the single player campaign and on the multiplayer. There is a bunch of stuff that they want to do, and it keeps me interested in the game, in the lore. I hope they continue to do it. You know, Respawn has been doing good things.
What other games has Respawn done?
They've done the Titanfall, and they've done this. It's kind of like, it's like, remember when Bethesda was just Fallout?
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. The great things are coming.
Right, yeah. And I mean,
that's
talking about mobile. Hold on a second, Dylan. Talking about mobile. Talking about Bethesda. That Fallout Shelter game, 100 million people have downloaded it.
And it's not even their type of game.
100 million.
100 million.
That's a lot.
Is it free?
Yeah, it's free.
There's no ad. What do you call it? They make you pay more shit.
I don't think so.
100 million.
100 million.
I kind of want to.
I had it and then I deleted it, but I might go back.
Have you played it?
Was that the Fallout one?
Yeah.
The one with the shelter.
It
came out the same day the E3, right?
Yeah. And I downloaded it. I played it for a little bit, but then there was something about it. I just like, I don't like this, and I stopped playing it. But I've read online that a lot of people are like, this is really, like, it's really good. And the fact that it's lasted, over a year on mobile?
More. Fallout is 2 years old now, isn't it? Fallout 4 is 2 years old.
No.
Yes, it is, sir. 2 years old. I think it came out in November
2015?
2015.
Freaking Rebecca downloaded Fallout.
Right? It came out in November 2015.
Yeah.
Ooh, man, how time flies.
Wow.
Soon I'm going to be 40 and you guys are going to be catching up right behind me.
Don't even get there, man. I don't want to talk about age. So
Vin Diesel.
So before we wrap it up, what are we looking forward to coming up? We're getting ready to enter Q4. We're getting ready to enter the holiday season. So we know the bigger blockbuster games, for lack of a better term, are coming.
Let's start with the host in LA.
I think besides Odyssey, of course,
you okay there?
the main one I'm looking forward to is probably Ni no Kuni 2.
Ni no Kuni.
Ni no Kuni 2.
I'm going to wait for that for PC. Ni no Kuni 1 is not in PC, right?
No. And I'm not sure it will be.
It will be in PC. Part 2, though.
That's official?
Part 2 is official PC.
Are you sure?
It's a. God damn it! Did you challenge me? Keep talking.
Other than that, what is it? I think I'm looking forward to that Star Wars game,
Oh,
Battlefront.
You don't even know the name and you're looking forward for it?
I'm a Star Wars fan. I was gonna call it Battlefield for some reason.
yeah, no, I've done that too. Trust me, I've
And other than that, I think that's.
Ni no Kuni 2 is being released in Steam. Boom. Okay, let's proceed. Let me see. I would be a big liar if I won't say that I'm not gonna get Assassin's Creed. I'm gonna get Assassin's Creed.
Oh yeah.
And I will play the hell of it. And I really hope that they put online again, which I don't think they will. But that was the one thing I miss of it is the online features.
I played the crap out of online, but
the multiplayer.
was,
oh my god,
yeah.
it was so good, and I wish they bring it back. But I'm gonna play that Mario, of course. I have to play the Mario game. Man, there's another game that's coming out soon, and it's not Destiny. Oh man.
stop giving that game a plug.
Oh.
Like it pisses me off. It pisses me off that he keeps plugging.
It was a horror game, man.
The
What
Evil
is it?
Within 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna get Evil Within 2.
That's
Look, that's a
still-
Capcom game. I forgot. You see, we couldn't think of a game.
The Evil Within 2. That's
He was Bethesda, dude.
Bethesda.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's not. Oh, that's right. The director used to work for Capcom.
Yeah.
That's right. That's why it's so similar to Resident Evil. You see, I got confused there.
So yeah.
Yeah, those are probably going to be the top games. There's so many games. There's a lot more games coming out, man. I can't get them all.
Middle Earth.
I don't know.
Middle Earth, I think, is going to be really, really good.
Mm.
I'm looking forward to it. I love the first one, but I didn't love it at the same time because it got all those Game of the Year awards, so I was expecting more.
So you play you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was expecting way more too.
Yeah, like I got it. I got it because I got my PlayStation on Black Friday. I was gonna buy a PlayStation 4, but then I was like, I'm gonna wait till the price drops. But then Black Friday, it was like $400, and it came with Grand Theft Auto 5 and The Last of Us for free, and I'm like, what? Yeah, why would I pass up on that deal? Which I've yet to regret because both of those games. I mean, hell, I'll put The Last of Us on every once in a while just to play. That game was
buying that game.
I love The Last of Us. The Last of Us was amazing.
What other game?
And then I got Shadow of Mordor for like $20 on Black Friday. So I was like, yeah, sweet, because everybody's like, it's the game of the year. I was like, it's good.
This is a Batman. It was just Batman with Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, Batman and Assassin's Creed. That's really what
exactly.
it was.
Yes,
it was
exactly.
it was
Thank
Batman and Assassin's Creed, but it was still wasn't bad. It just wasn't. It didn't live up to the hype for me.
I didn't like the story.
The South Park game, I'm really looking forward to it.
I want to play it too, but
the Stick of Truth was really good. I rented it and I didn't buy it, so I didn't beat it. But I really liked the Stick of Truth.
Did you hear, Dylan, about the difficulty?
Yeah, I heard about it.
that was we have I feel like Battlefront.
I'll get Battlefront for the PlayStation if you guys.
Yeah,
get it.
yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna get it.
I'm going to get it. I may not get it day one, but if we all agree to get it, then I'll get it day one. I'm the only person who's only on the PS4.
Are you?
Yeah. No, everybody else has PC.
Frank,
No,
what's his name? George don't have a PC.
I get EA games on PlayStation 2.
And then from there, the one game that I'm really looking forward to is Need for Speed. I think the Need for Speed game.
When does that come out?
That comes out in November. I've always been a fan of Need for Speed, even though the games have really been bad. I always rent them. I always play them.
I heard some of them are really good.
The last one was good, except that one's only online. Going back to where this online only stuff sucks. It's like I can't play a single player game because they're getting rid of that feature. They're saying that you don't have to always be online.
It does suck.
I literally cannot play the game at all if you're not online.
Cuphead. You can't play Cuphead. Sorry.
With so the new one, they're taking some of the Grand Theft Auto stuff. They're taking the like 3 players jump from car to car kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're doing that. The games are going to be less about like trying to infiltrate, and it's going to be more like the Fast and the Furious, where they're trying to steal shit, and they're like.
I like that better.
I do too.
Are they gonna have cops?
Yeah, there's cops.
No, people driving cops.
Oh,
driving the cop cars.
That I don't know. I don't know, but then a lot of the customization is really really cool. They're doing they're taking note of what the crew did with going and being able to drive off road and in the dirt and stuff along those lines. So it's gonna have like a full on exploration mode where you don't have to stay on the road. You can drive off road. It looks really interesting. So that's a game I'm looking forward to.
What about Call of Duty? Nobody getting Call of Duty?
No.
Nobody?
I haven't bought Call of Duty in like 3 years.
I mean, it's World War II. They saw the success of Battlefield.
Yeah.
And they're like,
can you blame them?
We're gonna do
World War II again.
I mean, I said it over and over again. The reason why Modern Warfare was so good is because it was realistic. It was realistic guns. It was realistic everything.
But they're talking about doing a new. They're hiring people knowledgeable with guns. What was it of modern day guns? Did you read that?
I didn't read that.
They're hiring people, so I think the next one will be modern, which I can't wait.
And with this being said, this podcast is a lot longer than
we were 2 weeks behind.
We're 2 weeks behind, so we try to extend it. Outside of that, I really don't have anything else.
Nope. It's been great. Thank you guys for listening. And remember, if you like it, subscribe or hit a like.
Next week, we'll probably do it early. I'm leaving for Nashville, 9 o'clock on Friday.
9 o'clock night?
9 o'clock night, Friday.
Let's do it. I'm off.
All right.
You work?
I work Friday, but I mean, I can come right after work. Or
right.
we'll have a Mama Fifi on YouTube.
Yeah, and we're gonna have 2 microphones. So it's getting better as we progress. So, and if Dylan wants to, you can join every Friday. This is great. I like this.
I'll see what I can do.
Oh well, I'm sorry. Well, excuse me, Mr. Donald Trump. I'm sorry to bother you in such a busy time of yours.
Yeah, law enforcement.
It's your privilege to have me on here.
But it's been real. It's been fun.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening.
Have a good one.
Bye. See ya.